Great morning. Great morning. Great morning. You guys come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Oh, it's cold this morning, y'all. Come on. Come on. I didn't get my iPad. Y'all don't go nowhere. I am excited for today and today's word. I am super excited. Let me go ahead and share. You guys do the same. All right. All right. So you guys, this morning, it is the seventh day of 2023. And God is really dealing with these numbers and what that means and we um what we need to do, how we need to take advantage of this time, because we do have to take advantage of the time, right? We often think that time is just unlimited, like we're always going to have it, but we got to take advantage of the time that God has given us, because we don't know what's coming. We don't know what's happening. But what I do know is that there needs to be an urgency. It's time to wrap it up. There's some things in your life that you got to wrap up. Today is a wrap up day. It's a day when you need to go ahead and finish some things up, some things that you have left lingering. You need to finish them up. They've got to be finished up, or they're going to drag you through the year. And you got to understand that some things are not new things. They're old things that you've been needing to wrap up, but you just haven't done. You got to do it. You got to do those things that God has called you to do, that God has given you an assignment for. You've got to do those things. Those things cannot continue to wait for you. Wait for you to have the time, wait for you to make the time, wait for you to see the importance, wait for you to see the value. You've got to wrap it up. Wrap it up. In the film industry, good morning, baby. In the film industry, when something is done, when a film is done, when they're done filming, they'll say cut. It's a wrap. When it's totally done, they say it's a wrap. There's some things that you need to be able to say it's a wrap on. Hey, April, great morning, gorgeous. Great morning. Great morning. My baby already shared. You all go ahead and share the broadcast and let me know when you shared. Go ahead and share the broadcast and let me know when you shared. God knows, though. God knows exactly what you need to do. He knows exactly what needs to be done, how it needs to be done, when it needs to be done. He knows. And so there's a reason for an urgency today, an urgency to wrap some things up. And not only just to wrap some things up, but the location in which you wrap it up, the location in which you bring it to a close, the location in which you finish it. Like, there are some things that God needs you to finish, but He needs you to finish them in a specific location. Seven people on, y'all. Thank you, April. Hey, Mardan, how are you, gorgeous? So good to see you. Yesterday, I was with my baby, my boo. my fiance, my husband to be. Um, and we were driving along the waterfront. And as we were driving along the waterfront, I was struck by the number of houses that I saw that um, had angel numbers. I saw 111. Then it was it 444, baby? 222 444 1212. Did we see another one? I thought we didn't see 777. Well, we saw a series of angel numbers, right? And then y'all know how I am about my numbers now. Y'all know how I am about these numbers, right? And paying attention to them and catching the signals. So last night we go to the revival. We sitting in the revival. I'm nervous because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna be like. Y'all know how I am. Y'all already know. I said, okay, God, I'm here with my baby, let's go. When I tell you this woman of God was sitting in the pulpit and she kept looking at me. I said, oh my God, I'm trying to hide. And I could tell she was a seer. I could tell she was a prophet. I could tell. I said, oh, she a prophet. She's sitting up there looking at me like, so she starts opening the worship. She opens the worship and she opens her mouth and I hear the power of God come from her belly. And she was praising. She was singing a song. She said she can't sing, but baby, I heard and felt the power of God released when she opened her mouth because she made the sound. What is the sound? The sound that God is looking for, right? So she's talking and she's talking about, she was talking about a lot of stuff, but listen, she said some key phrases and things. I was like, what? Oh, she was talking about, you know, today is the 5th day of the year. And da 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 da. And I said, And she talked about people adding up 2021 wrong and adding up 2022 wrong. And she talked about the number for 2023. She said, because 2 plus 2 plus 3 is what? 7. It's the number of completion. This is the year that you have a supernatural acceleration available, supernatural strength, supernatural power to complete things, divine completion, not just regular completion, divine completion. And it is so. It is finished, right? That's what this year is about. It is finished year. Like, you're not going to keep going around the same mountain if you will do what you need to do. So she's talking about these numbers. I said, this lady, and she was an older woman. I didn't expect her to be her age because she didn't look her age, but I'm looking, I said, yes, that's right. That's right. Y'all know I was in it then. I was like, okay, let's go. Let's go. We can do this. So she goes on and she says, yes, it's time for us to manifest. I was floored. Y'all know God told me 2023 is the year of manifested miracles. And so you hear me talk a lot about manifesting and manifestation. And she was talking about how we had things within arm's reach and it's time to pull things down. And I said, this lady right here, oh, me and her, oh, we getting ready to know each other real well, real well. Oh, I'm finna know her real well. And so we go on, and the service was amazing. The power and the presence of God was in that place. The man of God that preached a powerful word. He said he preached life is better at the beach. Reset in peace. Life is better at the beach, reset in peace. And he talked about resetting. And he talked about why it's so important for us to reset. Why it's so important. Y'all listen. The choir sang, baby. I worshiped. I'm sorry. We worshiped. Um, and that word was fire. But afterwards, I could not wait to get to that lady. I said, who is this lady? And when I tell you, when I got to her, it felt like home. Have you ever met somebody and they just feel like home, like they feel like your folks, like that that there's something there. There's something that is special, something that is unique. I said, oh no, you finna be my mama over here. I already see this. I'm finna be sitting at your feet because the anointing and the wisdom that she possesses, like I said, oh yeah. She's, oh yeah, I've been into numbers, all like for a very long time since I was young. I've been into numbers. God speaks to me in numbers. And I said, I said, me too. She said, really? 111. That's the other one we saw, baby. We saw 111. Did I say that? Yeah. Okay. Okay, ones, twos, fours, and 12, 12. Right. So that was a 111 right there. When I said that, me too. Right. So listen. So I couldn't wait to get to her. Couldn't wait to get to her. Couldn't wait to talk to her. Like, couldn't wait to be in her presence. Couldn't wait to hug her. Hugged her. Oh, that power. It was like two transformers coming together. All that power. Oh, my baby said when Mary and Elizabeth met. Baby, that's my coffee. I didn't make it. I didn't make it, baby. I didn't have the water. Thank you, Pumpkin. He said when Mary and Elizabeth met, Elizabeth's baby leaped, when she met Mary because she knew what Mary was carrying. Baby, that was good. You want to join me today? I feel that, baby. I feel you joining me. You up to it? And let the people hear from you. Okay. That's all. That's all I do, babe. So my baby gonna join us. Y'all get to hear from Pastor Johnson. Y'all gonna get to hear me, and it'll help you to understand. But there's so many reasons why I absolutely love this man. I'm telling y'all, I need to make a list, right, of all the reasons that I love him. So on the day when he done got on my nerves, I can look back at the list and say, ain't none of this greater than all of this. Because that list, I'm talking about heat. Anyway, y'all, look. They say it's the honeymoon phase. I told him I want us to be on our honeymoon for life. Like I want to have a lifetime honeymoon. So yesterday just was amazing, right? But there were some things that I know I needed to see. I'm so glad that the revival was going on. I had an opportunity to meet his pastor, amazing man of God, anointed. His voice is anointed. They be singing, honey. I felt like I was in the old church, honey, because they be singing the old songs. And it was good. That's what I'm gonna say. It was good. It was really good. And so as I look at it, and it provoked me. It pro- it provoked me. It provoked me to do something that I've been needing to do, and I feel like I haven't been able to do it because I'm supposed to do. Excuse me, I'm supposed to do it here. There's some things I'm supposed to do here, and this place, this location is significant. There's something about here. There's something that God is doing here. 111. There's something that God is doing here. And I'm excited about what God is doing here. Here, as in this city, the city of Panama, but also here, this house. There's some things that God is doing here, this house, this address. There is a new life that he is activating here, new hope, new dreams, here. The other day, I asked my baby, I said, babe, can we send your address? He sent it back, Veronica Johnson, with the address. So I'm assuming that that's what you're saying, but even the address is 7. Huh? What I say? 2212. 2 plus 2 is what? 4. Plus 1 is what? 5. Plus 2 is what? 7. 7. You've got to pay attention to the signs. My life path number is 7. Things in my life with the number 7, that's significant for me. I'm drawn to things with a 7 vibration. I just am. It fits. It feels natural. There's something about it that my spirit recognizes. So when we look at life, when we look at what God has done in our lives, when we look at how God moves, when we look at those things, then we've got to understand that God is doing what? What did man say last night, baby? What is God doing? Behold, I do a new thing. Shall it not spring forth? And that was the word, that God was doing a new thing. That the old things have passed away. It's like the scripture, forgetting those things which lie behind, I press on toward the mark of a high calling, of the high calling. My high calling, not just a high calling, my high calling, in Christ Jesus. So it's time for us to really complete some things so that they can truly be behind us and in our rearview mirror, and we can go forward. It's necessary. It's necessary. Like, I know that I've got to complete this devotional. It's Forward Focus Volume 2, but this devotional has to be in Wiggins. I have to have something that's in the Wiggins name. So before I transition into my new name, I have to finish this. And the crazy thing is, it's almost done. Like, it's not even going to take that much to finish it, but I've got to finish it. It is my thing to honor my family, the Wiggins legacy, and the restoration to that family line. Like, I've got to do that. So then after that, everything that I do will be in my new name. It'll be in Johnson. So God is trying to set things up so that I can complete what I need to complete, and he can get the glory that he desires to get. Thank you, baby.
That might be hot.
Thank you, boo. You put the creamer in?
You check it out. You check it out.
I need just a little more creamer. Just a little more. I like it about my complexion. You know what that means, baby. I like it like I like my cake. You know what that whipped cream? And what'd you say?
Light, bright, almost white.
Remember you said you want some cake with that whipped cream? Come on, baby. Okay, thank you.
Oh, you want some?
Some coffee with that with that creamer. Some coffee with that creamer. Y'all listen, I'm just saying. Yes, April 111. And it was up there just then too. Hey, Finder, how are you? Beautiful. Good morning, Denise. I just been talking. Hey, Kareen, how you doing? Gorgeous. My baby's gonna join us this morning and just share. Were you saying that was all that God gave you? He told me put my brakes. He told me to pump my brakes. He, he told me to pump my brakes, y'all. Listen, so let me tell you something. But this man be checking me. But this man be checking me. Y'all, I be like, he check me. He might check me with a look. Hey, Catherine. He might check me with what he said. He be checking me. Yo, he be checking me. It's just like, I just got checked, y'all, on live. He checked me on live, but he did it, off camera. But he definitely checked me. Thank you, baby. Listen, listen. It's time. My baby said, check with a smile. And that's him. Oh my goodness. He gonna check me. Then he gonna smile. Listen, let me tell you something. Don't let that smile fool y'all. Don't let that smile fool y'all. He definitely has a check in his spirit, honey. He definitely is the man. He has ain't no doubts, ain't no question about that. That man is the man. And when he checked me, I'll be like, checked. But again, again, one of the reasons I love him, he know how to check me without a lot. Okay. So it doesn't trigger me. But he definitely oh, pump your brakes. Pump your brakes. Pump your brakes. Ooh, with love. So today, y'all, listen. Figure out what that is that God needs for you to finish, to wrap up, to complete, so that that chapter can be a wrap, or that book can be a wrap, so that whatever that is in your life that needs to be a wrap can be a wrap, so that you can move forward. It may be that you have some unresolved stuff with relationships that you need to just close it out, so that it can be behind you and not in front of you. Oh, that's perfect, baby. You did very good. Mm. Oh my God, that coffee gives me life. Um, Now this is the next thing I'm gonna tell y'all. Tomorrow we start our 21-day fast. Forward Focus 21. If you want to join us on this journey, I'm gonna tell y'all something about this one. This one, listen, we thought the last one was one for the record books. But this one, and what you've got to remember is you're in a new place in your life. I know for some of us, we've been killing our saboteurs, our life situation and circumstances have changed. Like this fast is going to be one for the record books. Like literally, there's going to be acceleration. We after the listen, I want y'all to think about this. We're getting married after the fast, like 2 weeks after the fast finishes. We'll be getting married. We'll be tying the knot. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I've been telling y'all that people are gonna find their forever husbands, their forever wives. Marriages are gonna be restored. Um, I just see people being healed emotionally. There's going to be all kind, like whatever you need, it's going to be into place the day of that wedding. It's not just the wedding. I need y'all to understand. I need y'all to think about this like a revival worship service, like a miracle session. Like that's what this wedding is going to be. And I know y'all may be saying, well, how can that be with the wedding? I need y'all to think about the setup that God has done in my life. Yes, April, this fast will be fire and you want to join us on it. Now, what you fast is between you and God. One of the things that I'm intent on teaching people is to go to God for what it is that he wants them to do. It's easy for us to do what somebody else says, but go to God and say, God, because he knows you intimately. He knows what you need to fast, 111. He knows what you need to fast. When you go to him and say, okay, God, I'm going to do this fast. What is it that you want me to let go of for 21 days? What is that thing for me? Because for different people, it's going to be different things. Good morning, man of God. How are you? Good to see you. So this makes it very personal. I believe that when we do these fasts, that it's very personal. Yes, we do it corporately, but it's also very personal. It's a you and God thing. It's an opportunity for God to identify some things in your life that he wants to move out of your life, or at least he wants to remove their stronghold or their power or how significant they are to you. He wants to show you the strength that you possess. So go to God and say, God, I'm going to do this 21 fast. First ask him, should I do it? Is this for me, God? So when you go to God and you ask him, God, should I join this fast? Because I believe that I just believe that it's important for us to seek God for what's for us. Everything that everybody does is not for you. It's not for you. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing. But just because it's a good thing doesn't mean it is a God thing. And you've got to learn to distinguish the difference between a good thing and a God thing. And what's a God thing for one person may not be a God thing for you. This is not a one size fits all. That's not what this is. Your relationship with God is a personal, intimate thing. And when you make it that, then you will begin to get different results in your life because you will be able to hear God's heart for you. So, 122, you want to seek God about whether or not to participate in the fast, and then you want to seek God about what to fast. So, when you seek God about what to fast, ask him, God, what is it that you want me to fast? Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. He'll tell you, and it's going to be something you don't want to let go of. I'm just going to tell you, he ain't going to tell you to let go of nothing that's easy. If it's easy, it's not a sacrifice, right? So he's going to tell you something that's not easy for you to let go of. But for 21 days, if you let go of it, I'm going to tell you something, God will move miraculously in your life because of your obedience. Fasting is designed to kill the power of the flesh over the spirit, right? When we talk about we wrestle not against flesh and blood, right? We don't. But we also are not just flesh and blood. We are a spirit in a body, okay? A spirit in a body. We are having a human experience because the human experience is designed to bring some things out of us, help us get to a place in God where our flesh doesn't override our spirit. When you think about Jesus, he came to have a human experience. He came to have a human experience. He came to have a human experience so that he would understand what it was that we were going to go through. And not only that, but when he finished his human experience, he said, the things I did during my human experience, even greater things than that will you do. So we know what's possible. We know what's possible. So ask God, should you participate in the fast? If he gives you your okay, then I'll put forward focus in the comments and we'll add you to the fast group, right? The forward focus 21 days to set focus and propel you into destiny group, right? And then you want to ask God what to fast. What does this fast look like for me? Fasting is not always food. Fasting sometimes is fasting activities that are significant to you. So when you fast, you just got to ask God, what do you want me to fast, right? Now, the third thing that you got to ask is what's the time frame of my fast? What's the time frame of my fast, right? I'm real big on um not including sleep time in the fast because sleep time you sleep, right? That doesn't cost you anything because you sleep, right? But really looking at what that time frame looks like. Is it 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.? Is it 24 hours? You want to know what the time frame is. Now, there are lots of ways that you can fast, lots of ways that you can fast. You can fast meat, right? And eat everything but meat. You can do a Daniel fast, which is a fruits and vegetables fast, right? And no meat products, no butter, like all of that. Like look it up, and you'll see information on it. In the group, I have information on the Daniel's fast. It can be a total fast. A total fast is where you fast everything. You don't eat or drink anything for those 21 days. That's a total fast, right? It could be a water fast where you only drink water, right? It can be a juice fast where all you drink is juice, right? Natural juices, not processed juices, but natural juices, fresh juices, right? It can be fruits and vegetables. So, you got to seek God for whether or not to be a part of the fast, what to fast, when to fast, how to fast. You seek God for all of that. So I'm gonna put April on blast. April was like, well, I'm traveling and I know we're gonna be eating, but I want to participate in the fast. I just want to suggest some suggestions on what I can fast. I said, ask God. Like, y'all, listen. I never want to be the one where you guys look at me and like, oh, Dr. V got the answer. No, the one who's got the answer for you is God. God's got the answer. He knows exactly what he's wanting you to fast. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is why we don't want to go to God, because we don't always want to hear what he gonna say. He may have us fasting something we don't want to fast. Like, I don't want to fast that, God, not that, God. You know how you have that favorite thing? For me, it used to be that good ice. Like, I remember trying to fast that ice, baby. I could not fast that. Like, oh, I made it for not even. I made it 24 hours, and I was like, oh, I gotta get some ice, God. God, we gonna have to do something else. Like, God, what is this? The crazy thing is, to today, I don't even eat that ice like that. But I at that point in my life, like I couldn't let it go. Right, right, man of God. Right, right. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, April. Listen, and the funny thing too is 122. The funny thing too is, when she asked the question, like my crew been with me for a minute, they already knew. Corey's like, I knew she was gonna say that. But I'm glad that they know that I'm going to say, ask God. I'm glad that they know that I'm going to say, what did God say? Because it means that I'm not trying to be God in their life. I've done that before. Not that I was trying to be God, but I was, right? I don't have space for that. I don't have time for that. I'm not interested in that. The only one who can be God in your life, or should be God in your life, is God himself. There are things that he is, spaces in you that he's created only for him to occupy. He's the only one who should occupy it. As much as I love my baby, like, there's a space that's me and God's space. Last night, he was there, I was there, but we really were having an encounter with God. Both of us were, right? Yes, we shared the encounter, but we were having an encounter with God. God was ministering to what I needed while he was ministering to what he needed. We both were getting something from God. We were seeking God from something. And that, to me, I believe that said so much to me. It means that we're never going to be so wrapped up in each other that we lose that focus on God. I needed to see that. He needed to see that. Both of us are really big on the person that we spend our life with loving God, and not trying to be in the place of God or be above God. I never want to be above God in his life. I always want him to do what it is that God said do, right? And even just in understanding what that looks like and how that works, it's key. You've got to give God the opportunity to truly be God in your life for a reason. Like, there's a reason that God needs to be God in your life. There's a reason that God wants you to hear his voice. There's a reason that he wants you to incline thine ear to him, because he wants to be the voice that speaks to you, the voice that gives you direction, the voice that does all of that. He wants that space in your life. And when you give him that space, understand this: he's going to tell you what you need to know. He's going to tell you what you need to know so that you can do what you need to do. Today, I want you to ask God, God, what is it that I need to wrap up? What is it that I need to wrap up? What is it that I need to bring to a close so that I can finish it up and go forward in 2023 and do the things that you desire me to do? So now you gotta get to that place. You gotta make that decision. You gotta make that choice. What I know is that everything that God has promised me, I stand on 10 toes down. I stand on it. I believe it. And who better? Listen to this. Who better to use to show the power of his love, his grace, and his mercy, and the anointing that's on marriage than me? As many times as I've done it, but this one is so incredibly different. Everything about it is different. Everything about it is God. And that is the great blessing. Look, I'm getting off here. If you want to participate in the fast, put forward focus in the comments. If you need the book, put book in the comments. Listen, what I know is we've got work to do and we don't have time to play with it. So let's get busy. Let's complete what we need to complete so we can get what God has for us. All right, you guys, I'm out. Listen, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and epic day. Be blessed. Mwah.